You never know how meaningful it is to have a good friend until you lose them. I cannot remember exactly how she was, but I can still picture her excited eyes and radiant face when we hung out or traveled together. Even though she didn't have a slow and sexy smile, she did have a special voice making her different and friendly. That is also the reason why I've never felt sad and boring when sharing my story with her. Looking at an old photo that we took many years ago, I am suddenly brought back to that time. We were smiling happily under the summer sun in our immense cornfield in Anyang province. I will never ever forget the moment when we arrived. After 6 hours of riding, we were totally exhausted by the heat of May. However, 15 minutes later, we started with wide eyes at the breathtaking landscape of mountains and rivers stretching to the horizon. "Hey, we should take a photo right now. I love the beauty of this place," she said and raised her arms wide. After that, we tried to find some local restaurant to enjoy the food and relax. However, we got lost right away and couldn't find anyone around to ask for directions. It was such a deserted town. Out of the blue, she yelled at my friend as a senior leader in the military. "Hurry up, we are uselessly waiting time." After coming back to the motel, we just glued ourselves to our phones and immersed ourselves in our personal worlds. I could even hear the sound of mosquitoes in flies as a result of our silent atmosphere. The night became darker and I decided to go to the balcony and look for a little interesting places that we could discover the next day instead of focusing on miscellaneous talks. I went to bed with many intentions for tomorrow. The early rays of a new day rose from behind the mountain. The sunlight escaped from the green Percy to shine everywhere. The bustling sounds of the village were resounding. Mothers were shopping in the market. Babies were playing in front yards. Everything in that vibrant and peaceful village woke us up. While having breakfast, we began to immediately talk together as if nothing had happened. We made a plan to go to the traditional textile village of Khmer people, an ethnic minority. Upon arrival, we were overwhelmingly blown away by the brilliant and colorful traditional costumes. The women in display worked with a dramatic and professional up and down movement on looms, creating smooth sheets. The two of us quickly got into the working atmosphere and captured the moment with my friend's camera. The two of us quickly got into the working atmosphere and captured the moment with my friend's cameras. Then it was midday, we both got tired and decided to return to the motel with excitement in our smiles. Suddenly, my friend asked, "Can you help me find my camera? I remember I put it into your bag, but I can't see it anymore." That was the moment my heart beat faster because I couldn't see it either. I remember nothing except for a big argument between us. We fought about whose fault it were, each of us refusing to accept any blame. Finally, my friend decided to return to Saigon because she was too disappointed to keep traveling. It had been such a long time, but we haven't spoken a single word to each other since that moment. Sometimes, I wish I could be brave and courageous enough to say sorry. Sometimes many questions pop up in my head. What if I call her first? What if we can talk with each other again? How fun would it be to share what has happened in our lives through many years? But at the end of the day, I still do nothing. I still try to protect my ego even though I wish to have a chance to talk with her. Nevertheless, I learned a lot from what had happened in my current relationships with friends, and I try to keep the lesson in my mind. A problem should be solved before it's too late to apologize.